What you're about to see are passionate, dedicated, and trained people practicing and preparing to enter an extreme sporting event that may change their lives. Do not try this on your own without necessary experience and supervision.
Breathe in, breathe out. This moment's what it's all about. Born to be great, your goal awaits. Don't hesitate. Xcellerate!
Set for the race, aim to give it all I got. Mind is set, gonna reach the highest spot. Working hard in order to fulfill my goal. Nothing can stop me from getting what I'm going for. That's being great. I was working tirelessly, so I won't hesitate. Gotta get to first place. Hands on the golden plate. I'll concentrate. Won't hit the brake, just move forward. Xcellerate. This week on Xcellerate, we meet 13-year-old tennis prospect Sasha Chimendza. Sasha is a student at the Anthony Harris Tennis Academy in Cape Town. She was fortunate enough to be spotted by a coach in her home country of Zimbabwe and is now living her dream as an up-and-coming tennis player here in Cape Town. Tennis is a racket sport that is usually played in singles or doubles. It is played on a rectangular court, separated by a net, and involves opponents hitting the ball over the net within the boundaries of the court until the first player is unable to do so, or if the player hits the ball out of the boundaries. To be a tennis player, it involves a lot of stamina, endurance, and skill. This is because tennis matches at Sasha's level can typically last up to 2 hours or even more. This week, Sasha will be competing in a local club competition at the Strand Tennis Club in Cape Town. It is a knockout competition, which means if Sasha loses one game, she will be out of the tournament and won't be able to progress. So, let's meet Sasha and find out how she prepares for such a high-stakes event.
My name is Sasha Chimendza. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm currently doing O-levels, grade 10. I stay in Sea Point, Cape Town, and I live with my aunt, Auntie Mary. My coach in Zimbabwe, it was a school tennis coach. He influenced my parents for me to start playing tennis, so it was all.
She's so passionate about what she does, be it sport, be it her schoolwork. She's a passionate child. Also, she's competitive. I've watched her play, go through so many tournaments, and she's shown a level of competitiveness. She is respectful, she respects her opponents, she respects elders, she respects generally anyone that she meets.
It takes a lot of maturity playing the sport, and I'm only 13 years old away from my parents.
It was such a huge commitment to make her come down here at a tender age. And we are based in Zimbabwe and she's based here. That is a very huge impact to us. Her being away from us has given her some level of independence that she has to make about the sport. We are just there to support her as much as possible, and a lot of times she's here by herself with the Anthony Harris Academy. So we wouldn't say we are very much involved, though we follow a lot. And when we come down, we want to watch her.
I met Sasha last year at a tournament in Zimbabwe, just by chance, actually. I was at a tournament with some of my other players, and her mother came up to me and said, "Hey man, she's got this daughter, and can I have a look at her?" I said, "Of course." I looked at the tennis and I really saw someone with a high level of skill, you know. So not often you see a girl that can volley, that has a natural slice. So these are all skills that you quite often see a lot with the boys, but to see it in a girl and to see it like this, it was just an amazing, amazing day. She has an unbelievable backhand, and that is something that I noticed on that day. And then just coupled with her personality, and I could just see she had an unbelievable passion and love for the game.
When I'm playing the sport, it makes me feel passionate, and yeah. My future plans is to become a professional tennis player. My biggest dream in life is to win my first Grand Slam when I'm 17 years old. It takes a lot of devotion and dedication because I have to put in a lot of work. I play every day, 6 days a week, and yeah, and I really need to work hard. I manage my schoolwork and activities of trainings because I train here from 9 to 6, and I find 3 hours in between to study, and the rest is playing tennis, but I always have a lot of time to do school. Some of the basic rules of tennis are you can't hit the ball outside of the boundary lines, and in a point you always start with a serve, and there's 6 games in one set. If it's love 15, it's 1 point to the opponent, and if it's 15 love, you have the point. And if 15 all, you both have a point, and juice is when you have a deciding point. I'm currently preparing for the Warehouse Mini 3, which is going to be hosted in Strand, Western Cape. I feel like I'm going to do well in this event. I'm positive.
For me, it's just another opportunity for Sasha to get matches and become better in her competitive side. You know, when you look at her tennis, we have different aspects to her tennis. So we have a technical side, we have a physical side, we have a mental side. So this will just really, really help her in her competitive side, you know. So for us, it's just more a measure to show us that, you know, she can compete with some of the best players in her age group on this continent or in South Africa, you know. For her to win the tournament, for us, it doesn't really mean that much. It's just, all forms part of the longer journey. You know, we want Sasha to do well in ITF, so she hasn't played an ITF yet, but she will start this year. So these matches or these local events then feed into that, man. You know, so they will help her become way more competitive and will help her compete much better at that level.
The biggest lesson sport has taught me is to always stay positive, work hard, even if you're down. And it's also taught me that tennis is not easy. Nothing is easy. It always has to come the hard way.
So Sasha is incredibly confident about this event, and she reckons she will do well on the day. Let's find out after the break if her confidence will earn her a prize for the day.
In the meantime, why not check out our Facebook page, like and follow us, and maybe tell us about the sports that you do. Who knows, we could be following your journey next.
Today is my event. I arrive at Strand Tennis Club in Cape Town. We ran through some exercise drills. This is important because we need to warm up our muscles before a long day of competition. My opponent today will be Juliana.
Sasha and Juliana. You're on court C. You say it's in a super tiebreak. Okay, 5 minutes warm up. Court over there, yeah. Right.
Today's tournament will be a knockout round, which means I must win this match in order to progress to the next opponent. This match will consist of 2 sets, and each set will have 6 games. After each game, we will switch sides of the court. Juliana serves first. I reply and we rally. She hits it out. Juliana serves and it's a false serve. We rally and I hit the net, but it goes over onto her side and she's unable to get there in time. The score is now 30-love to me. She serves and I reply with a very big shot. It's now 30-15 to me. She serves again, we have a good rally. But I can't reach the ball in time. It's now 30-all. She serves. And we have another good rally. I reply to each shot until she eventually hits out of bounds. The score is now 40-30 to me. I need one more point to win the game. She serves and it's a false serve. She serves again and it's another false serve. The point goes to me. I win the first game. It is so far so good. We must switch sides. Tennis matches can be very long. The record for the longest match was about 11 hours at Wimbledon in 2010. It is just as much about endurance than it is skill. Juliana and I go through 2 lengthy sets in which I dominate and win 1-6-love. It's now time for my final game against her. I just have to win this game in order to win a set and ultimately the match. At this point, fatigue is setting in, but my concentration must remain high so I can win this game. I still have one more opponent to face. I hit the net. It's 15-love to Juliana. I serve, we rally, and she hits it out. The point goes to me. I serve again. She responds, I hit the net. It's now 30-15 to Juliana. I serve. We have a good rally and I hit it out of bounds. The point goes to her. It's now 40-15. She hits the net. It's now 40-30 to Juliana. I serve and we have a nice long rally. I managed to get a point back. It's now juice, which means I need 2 points to win the game. I serve and she's unable to reply. It's advantage to me. I serve again. We rally and I'm unable to reach the ball in time. The score is back to juice. After I serve, she hits the ball out. Advantage is back on me. I serve, she replies with a shot that is out of bounds. The game goes to me. After an hour of play, I win my first match of the day.
My first match was good. I won 6-love, 6-love. I played really well. The girl I played was really good competition and yeah.
My next opponent, Selena, I have faced her before. She won't be an easy opponent.
We have a long, tough first set in which I lose 3-6. Fatigue has already set in for the second set, and I make more and more mistakes. I come very frustrated. This affects me mentally and physically. He's just too good, and I'm very tired at this point. I'm losing my second set, and I don't think I'll be able to make a comeback. Even though I'm losing, I can't give up. I have to push through this match and not make it easy for her.
Aish, things are not looking good for Sasha. She's already lost her first set to Selena, and it seems like she's about to lose her second set as well. After the break, we'll see Sasha in her final game. Will she give up? Or will she get stuck in and maybe give Selena a tough challenge she won't forget? Today, we're following 13-year-old tennis player Sasha Chimendza. She's competing in a local club tournament at the Strand Tennis Club in Cape Town. After a breezy hour dominating in her first match and progressing to the next round, she's finally met her match in Selena. Selena looks like she's well on her way to knocking Sasha out of this tournament. Sasha has nothing to play for but pride. Will she allow Selena to dominate this final game? Or will Sasha show us what it means to never give up? Let's find out.
It's my last game. I serve, we rally, and I managed to gain the first point. I serve and we rally, hit the net, and this point goes to me. It's now 3-love to me. I serve again. This time we have a nice long rally. She replies to every shot I give. She's very good. She gets the point. It's 30-15 to me. I serve again. Selena tries to draw me to the other side of the court, but I lob it to the opposite side. It's now 40-15 to me. I serve, we rally. But I hit the ball out. It's now 40-30 to her. I serve again. It's another long rally. I hit it out of bounds and it's now juice. I serve. I try to do a nice lob over her and get the advantage. I serve again. And I hit the net. It's now juice again. I serve. We have a short rally and I overhit the ball. The advantage goes to her. I serve again. The reason matches can take long is because we match each other's shots until one of us loses concentration. The longer the rally, the more likely one of us is going to make a mistake. Therefore, tennis is about endurance and skill. I gain a point back. It's back to juice. We rally again.
she hits the net and it's advantage to me. After this serve, I hit the ball out of bounds. The score is back to Juice. It has been an hour and 20 minutes. The fatigue is setting in because the back and forth between Juice and advantage is taking its toll on me, as well as my opponent. She gains the advantage again. This time Selena serves. It's now match point, which means if she gets the next point, she wins the day and knocks me out of the tournament. She responds to every shot I give. I know I can't win this game, but I try and make the rally as long as I can so that at least I give her a challenge. That's the end of the match. I lose 1-6. That means I'm knocked out and I cannot progress further into the tournament.
The first set, it was good. I was just not hitting the ball as smoothly. I was missing a lot, and yeah, I think my nerves just got the most of me. So I was not really playing that well, but it was good. Second set, I was a bit tired, and I tried my best. I tried my best to really focus and play much better than the first set. But I think she was just a bit better player than me today. So I feel a bit sad, but I think I'm fine because I knew she was a tough opponent. So I tried my best.
That was a long, tough day for Sasha. She seems okay with the result. After all, this is not the end for her, but merely a minor setback. What is important is that she learns from this day, works hard for the next match, and never give up.
In the meantime, check out our Facebook page.